We continue to surprise ourselves with the sentences we were able to utter on the 3 for 3 podcast, all the way up until the end of season 3.
Honestly, I feel
I
like
feel like
it's one of those things where I would only say things because we're on the podcast. I would never say this like to anybody else in real life.
well, that's what
Oh,
I was
gosh.
thinking. How this season, while visually a little tame, has had some of the craziest fucking like phrases, like that and lot lizard are in my vocabulary.
Sam, you calling SpongeBob the lot lizard of Nickelodeon might be one, like in the top 3 most unhinged comments in the history of the show.
Yeah.
When I was watching that back last week, that shit absolutely just killed me.
Hey, he can play Squidward's clarinet like no one's business.
I guess so. He can really grab that spatula and do whatever he wants with it.
When you have all those holes, it's a perfect bukkake situation.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
You squeeze and you get that good drip.
He's got his own secret formula to how he does it.
Mhm. He's busy clapping those sandy cheeks.
There you go.
The only Patrick stars I see are on her tramp stamp.
Oh boy.
She gives me some Mr. Krabs.
I was gonna say, too bad she's homeless. She lived under a rock, but
Mm.
sorry,
Um,
houseless.
she makes me come a plankton.
Ah,
Ah,
nice,
hey,
nice.
that was a good one.
She
I
gets
gave her my pearl necklace.
damn it. I was about to. Mine was gonna be like, well, actually, that's probably a good one. Oh, that one better than mine.
Oh
Uh,
man.
well,
I
she makes my thing, Mrs. Puff.
I wait till midnight so I can hash slinging slash her.
Ooh, that was good.
Hey, okay.
I Davy Jones her locker till I leave her flying on my Dutchman.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
she makes my king Neptune.
she mermaid on this man till she gives me a barnacle boy.
Hell
Hey,
yeah!
oh man.
All hail the magic conch.
Indeed.
Oh my God.
Early
Uh,
morning musings.
Yeah, it's waking me up quite a bit. Uh,
Yep.
I gotta run 3 movies by y'all that I know both of you watched or saw this week, and I need a recap of your thoughts. Tron Ares. Fuck that movie, right? But
No,
I've
also,
only
there's some
seen it.
stuff that I really enjoyed in it. But also,
Mary's.
I just
I
can't
don't say.
stand Jared Leto's fucking goddamn face.
I don't say fuck that movie. I say it's definitely the weakest of the 3, but overall, I mostly enjoyed it. I didn't like the third act very much. I thought it was really rushed and shit, but the Tron movies are all similar to me in the sense that all 3 of them are like, okay, the story is not important. The story is usually kind of weak in all 3 movies. It's like just interesting enough to keep you interested, but it's mainly just a visual effects showcase. And the same was kind of true for this one. The only difference was the story was a little weaker this time. I wanted Jeff Bridges to have a bigger part. Jared Leto can suck a dick. But yeah, it was okay.
Ready or Not 2.
Loved it.
Hey,
Even
same.
better
Absolutely
than the
loved it.
first one.
My only problem, my only gripe is Kevin Durant was not in it enough.
Yeah, I was kind of pissed off.
Elijah
That's
Wood
the
I
only
thought
thing.
I could have sworn I saw him in the trailers in like 3 more scenes. But I may have been wrong.
The
But I was
scene of
like,
him exploding was in the trailer.
oh shit.
really?
Then
So
I could have sworn I saw him like at the hunt in the thing, but I also may have not paid
Elijah
attention
Wood
I
to that.
and
wish.
David Cronenberg together though was fucking amazing.
One of the biggest jump scares I've ever seen in my goddamn life was David Cronenberg in that movie. I
Well, I kind of
100%
wish he was in it longer too, but
same. But I was
it's,
happy to take what I could get with him.
And Scream 7.
I still haven't
I
seen that one.
refuse to see it ever. Never gonna watch it.
Jackson, you
Want
need to
to,
watch
but
6 now. This made me really like 6.
I might watch six. I will never watch seven ever. I swear to you, I will. I have seen one brief clip from it, and it's the scene with. Okay, so Matt, do you know what happens in it?
Oh, I just know Matt Lillard is back, and he's like has a cult. Or I don't know if he's like actually back, but I know he's got like a cult.
Okay, so here's the thing. Do you care if because I've been wanting to tell you this for months now. You completely predicted what was going to happen in this movie back in
To
the
a T.
day.
To a fucking T.
Like, it's actually kind of insane how much you called it.
Tell me.
The killer is using AI to, that's how all the old actors are back in the movie. The killer's using AI to taunt Sydney. That's how Matthew Lillard is back, and Scott Foley and Laurie Metcalf and all these people, they come back as AI creations.
Wow.
You called it on the podcast, and we all were like, oh, hey, you might be onto something there. And then they literally did exactly what you said.
I will say
So,
the opening is really fun, but
Okay. I
it
mean,
also has almost nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
I
the
refuse
issue
to.
with that movie is it's kind of like Silent Hill and the other ones. It's like if I was high, I'd probably enjoy it. Not even
I
enjoy it.
was,
But
and
I'd
I
be
did
like,
not.
I'd be able to like not get mad at it. Now that I'm sober, I'd have to be like about 8 beers deep to like watch it and not get mad.
Yeah,
Also, side note, I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer,
the
which
new one.
Good one.
viscerally pissed me off. And then
I've heard that's how everyone felt watching it.
I'm
I
glad I didn't pay for it. That's all I'm gonna say.
weirdly really liked the Netflix movie with Keira Knightley, Woman in Cabin 10. It's been
Yeah,
sitting on my
I
brain.
never saw it, but I remember when it came out.
Yeah, it's been sitting on my brain. Also, Roommates pissed me the fuck off, and Adam Sandler's daughter pissed me off.
Well, there's a lot of nepo babies in that movie, so it's not.
Yeah.
Francesca Scorsese apparently is in it,
Yeah.
and I'm
I
like,
didn't know of this movie's existence until like maybe 7 hours ago. So can't really say. But I'm trying really hard. I saw the Mario Galaxy movie.
Hey, I enjoyed that way more than the first one.
I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the first one as well, but I think I like this one more.
It made me not hate Charlie Day.
Why would you hate Charlie Day?
The first
I
Mario
know.
movie, just hearing him, I hated him so much after walking out of the first one. I don't know why. That's my review.
Oh.
And it just was like
Of
I
all the
didn't think.
people in that movie, that's the one.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think my review was. I can't believe this movie made me not like Charlie Day for once.
because like I don't know,
You're
I've
aware
watched
that
this all
Fred
my
Armisen
son.
is in that movie, right? And you chose Charlie Day to pick on?
Even I would pick anyone in that movie over Charlie Day as being a worse human being. And it,
Fred Armisen's performance in the movie is god awful
but yeah, here we are. The second
because
one.
he's the most worthless fuck that ever lived.
Damn, I like Fred
Oh,
Armisen.
I didn't know you hated Fred Armisen like
I
that.
don't know why Fred Armisen exists as a person. I just don't. What is his purpose?
SNL.
Again, what is his purpose? I've
Portlandia.
never seen him do a remotely funny thing on SNL or anywhere in my life. He is worthless beyond belief, and I don't.
Barry season 4. He is really good
Oh
at Barry
yeah,
season 4.
I've seen
For
that
like
one
30
scene.
seconds. He's barely in the show.
Hmm,
I've
that
seen that
must be
one
why
scene.
he's good in it.
Well, if you watch it, which I highly recommend you do because that show is goated as fuck. Once you see him, you'll be like, "Oh, I know this is it."
I'm gonna take a 3-piece with the boss sauce
Picture this.
and some macaroni and cheese.
You just ruined the fucking punchline.
Sorry,
Are you drinking paint today, Sam?
I'm drinking paint today.
That's the point.
That's the point, and that's what makes me so fucking mad about this goddamn movie. It's the point.
How do you hate this movie?
I don't think about him in this movie. He doesn't exist, that fuck. That fucking fuck.
I am still here for it.
Your co-host, Mr. Workman, will not be joining us this week, for I have destroyed him for all time.
That's terrible. Can we call it the Foreskin 20 episode?
I'm fucking done.
3 for 3. Now that's really cool.
Welcome, everyone, once again to yet another episode of the 343 podcast. I am your host this week, Jackson Workman, and I am joined by my two co-hosts once again, Mr. Samuel Holler and Mr. Matthew Patterson. How are you boys doing this fine morning?
So fucking tired.
Waking up, you know.
Same. But we're here. I'm here, as we've said before on an episode. I'm here, Sam's queer, and Matt has had a few small beers. And we're ready to give you our penultimate episode of season 3. Only one left after today. And boy, we're trying to get in as many fucking crazy, amazing, insane picks as we can before this season is over, as we promised you we would at the start of this season. I can't believe how fast it's gone by.
No, it's like maybe it's because like all of our picks have been so unanimously like quality that I feel like there's not been a moment where I've had to stop and be like, oh, that episode was when that happened.
There are a few episodes like that where I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one where that happened. But for the most part, I just remember watching a lot of good shit. I mean, we've had some quality, as we I think discussed last week. It's been like 7 episodes in a row where we've been 3 for 3. Will that streak be broken this week, or will we continue it? You gotta watch to find out, folks.
Shall watch to find out.
Hey, well, is that a fucking book?
Yes, the novelization of Mr.
There's a
and Mrs. Smith.
novelization of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
There indeed is. And
The more you know.
yes, wait. It opens with for Dr. Wexler with eternal gratitude for the oil check, Jane and John Smith.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yep.
I'd like to give her an oil check.
Amen.
Dark
But
Knight all over me.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's because the whole thing is like them talking to the therapist, like that's
who apparently the voice of the off-camera therapist was William Fichtner.
Huh?
So,
That's cool.
but
A lot of off-camera voices in this movie.
yes, and we'll get into why later. But since Matt already brought it up, I guess we will go ahead and start this episode with his pick, which he's been teasing getting on here for quite some time.
Yes, I finally got it out of the
Mr.
way.
And Mrs. Smith.
Yes.
Take it away, good sir.
Yes, we have Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is a childhood movie of mine. My friend Davis, who lived across the street from me, we played 2 movies on repeat, and I cannot for the life of me remember the other one at the moment. It might have been The Longest Yard.
It was, and I know that because it was around this time last season that we had that on, so this is fitting.
Yes, and the other one was this, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I used to be sick of, but now that I have had plenty of time in between each viewing, I realize this movie is fucking amazing, and we will get into why. But first, the plot. You're in Colombia during a coup. Things are going crazy. You're an assassin, but nobody knows that just quite yet. They think you're a tourist. And tourists alone are the ones that are going to be searched. And who do you see while you're Brad Pitt, sexy as fuck at a bar? You see Angelina Jolie, who's sexy as fuck, come in. You guys got to team up to save your lives. Point of the whole movie, apparently. But you guys get together, and it is a fiery, passionate romance. You guys just click, because what are you going to do when you're 2 of the sexiest people in the world, especially at the time? You're going to fuck. Go to Pound Town. And then, you're going to go home. You're going to go on a few dates. Huh?
While reggae music plays.
Yes. And,
Was it reggae music?
oh, not really reggae. To
It
me,
was
more
Latin
like-
music.
Yeah, Latin. Yeah, it was more Latin.
Oh, I'm thinking of the later scene where they're going at it. We'll continue.
Anywho,
Sam's getting genres wrong now. We're gonna have to include that in the things he got wrong at the end
Especially
of the year.
well, they did consider people consider Bad Bunny reggaeton, which is not the same as reggae, but like still. And I'm like,
Okay.
reggaeton, what? And like I thought he was more Latin rap, but
I've never been the same since I forgot Saddam Hussein.
oh my god.
Neither
But,
has America.
Yes. And over the course of the first
Middle East.
few minutes, you find out that these are 2 trained assassins that do not know they are trained assassins because they are that good at keeping it from each other. And they get married. Cut to 4 years later, or 5 or 6. I mean, we're not sure. 5 or 6. Uh, you're living in upper middle class suburbs of New York. You're bored of each other. You got your own secret lives, and lo and behold, you guys are sent on the same mission to kill none other than returning cast Adam Brody, who is the tank.
I've seen that man 3 times in the last week. I know you have too, Sam.
Seen him 4 because he's in the
Oh,
first
Lord.
Scream 5, both Ready or Nots, and this.
Yep. And damn, is he coming back? But still.
Smiley face.
Oh yeah, the smiley face. That's
5.
what I was.
No, he wasn't in Ready or Not 2.
I thought there was a flashback at the beginning of the first one.
They didn't show anybody.
Okay, well then, still 4.
But yes, and then begins the slow descent into figuring out that your spouse is also an assassin, and you guys got to talk about it. But it's kind of hard to talk about it when you just want to beat the fucking shit out of each other. And begins tension and turmoil until eventually you find out. And then you realize that the companies that you work for had set you guys up to kill each other because having a married assassin duo is no good. And so you team up yourselves to basically take them down. And yeah, that's kind of the gist of the movie without going in too deep. But before I open it up to the floor, I will say I timed it. It takes exactly 10 minutes to get into the plot of the movie. At 10 minutes is when they cut to the 5 or 6 years later. At 40 minutes, we're at the frickin' dinner scene, which is super tense and crazy. And then basically, once they kind of figure everything out, you got about an hour left in the movie. Maybe a little less than an hour of them just bickering, but still in love. And this movie, to me, is just really funny. It does not, to me, it doesn't waste your time. The action scenes I really enjoy. I thought they were good. I think we're too far away from the behind the scenes of the whole Brad Pitt breaking up with Jennifer Aniston to get with Angelina Jolie to let that affect people's ratings of the movie. Although people like to say that it's a bad movie because of that. And I'm like, we gotta separate ourselves from that at this point. Because, in my opinion, it's a funny movie. You got Vince Vaughn as Brad Pitt's best friend. You got Kerry Washington as Angelina Jolie's best friend. You got Keith David as the voice of Angelina Jolie's syndicate of assassins. You got Adam Brody in there, who every time they just cut to him, he's just saying some fucking snarky ass line. And then also just him getting interrogated by Brad Pitt while wearing a Fight Club t-shirt. Doug Liman directed it. He's one of those, to me, a hit or miss director. Sometimes he kills it. Sometimes I'm like, meh. I thought he killed it. Simon Kinberg wrote the script. I'm pretty sure he's also in the fucking movie, but I could be wrong.
Also hit or miss as fuck.
Yeah.
But more just miss and miss.
I mean, I thought
With
he
a few
hit
gems.
with this one. Yeah, I thought he hit with this one.
Jackson, watch Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I was about to say Sherlock Holmes is pretty good.
The writing in that is fucking spot on.
There are 2 different kinds of Simon Kinberg written movies. Bad ones and ones that are good in spite of him. Because the director does all the heavy lifting.
Amen.
I mean, I will say Brad Pitt's charisma in this movie, and so is Angelina Jolie's, but like, just everything that he does down to the T. I cannot imagine a lot of that was in the script. But like, just he delivers the line so well. 2 of my favorites are just like when he shoots the fucking rocket and he just looks at it, he's like, people shouldn't be allowed to buy these things. Or he like kills the dude after, like, you know, and when they're all trying to kill him and Angelina Jolie, and he shoots the guy outside the house and he's just like, fuckers get younger every year. But it's like right after he like picks up the gun and then just kicks him for no reason. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Just the kick. So many good shit. So much good shit in this movie. Like, the banter I think is hilarious. I could watch Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt fight and fuck all day. And I would not.
We know you could.
Yes. I mean, I will say that beginning scene, Sam, where they're like, what you mentioned earlier, when they're dancing in the rain, one of the sexiest things on like camera ever, in my opinion. I put that in the top 10 of just like pure And it's funny because I'm pretty sure it's a PG-13 movie. And they got away with quite a bit. They got the one F-bomb in there. They got like, a lot of.
I mean, there's nothing really above a PG-13 in this. I mean,
Well, I watched it as a kid, and the dominatrix scene probably fucked me up a little more than I
That's
like to admit.
wild.
Yeah, I was like, that's a little crazy, but hey, um, him be pretending to be drunk when he does that first kill, like he does a good fake drunk. Uh, and Vince Vaughn in this movie to me is also fucking hilarious. When he's like, they're in the like, he's like, oh, now I'm on the hit list, and then his mom like calls down, he's like, racks the shock, he's like, Mom, I almost just killed you right now. You have no idea. Just fucking hilarious. I realize I probably quote this movie more than I realize again because I've seen it so many times. And I love their house, the way their house is set up. It's good shit.
R.I.P. the house.
Oh yeah, all right, fucking.
but they rebuilt it.
Oh, well, true. With
But,
happy memories this time.
Yes. Although I will say I fucked with Brad Pitt's little like, not his shed, but like the room when he gets the gun with the silencer with like the game over battleship thing, which I thought was kind of funny because that's right when, they figure everything out. And that fucking dinner scene with him and Angelina Jolie where they're figuring it out, like, I thought the tension in that is just great. They build it not too long, but just enough, and they explode it. And yeah, that is my opinion. I will open this up to the floor to Sam and Jackson, which I believe you both have seen this movie before.
First time I watched it was with you guys.
Yeah, I thought it was a movie night movie. I
Yep.
was like, I'm pretty sure this used to be it. But anyways,
Well, first off, I want to shout out, I don't know if I can pronounce it right, Bohan Bazelli, the cinematographer of this movie, because he does all of like the later Gore Verbinski shit that I love, like Cure for Wellness and
And he's been on the podcast before. He did Smoke.
yes.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, King of New York. King of New York. That was King of New York. That was the one.
Oh jeez, God, I forgot we had that on this cast. Sorry, reminds me I need to put my Abel Ferrara pick back into the season 4 rotation. But anyway, I had a very upsetting time watching this for the first like hour this time watching it because in the past this movie has always been a group setting watch, mainly with you, Matt, and mainly the later times I had seen this movie had been quite inebriated, so I've never really like focused or like not that I didn't focus. It was that I like a lot of this movie just God damn. Sorry, I don't know why my notifications are going off. I'm on Do Not Disturb, you bitch. Um, I just it glossed over. Like I just was in it for the ride. I wasn't in it for like any substance, any kind of like creativity. And my Disney Plus for some reason had I told Matt about this, Jackson, some sort of like frame rate issue going on when I started it, and so like the whole first 30-40 minutes was like almost missing frames, so it looked really really laggy, but it like synced up audio wise perfectly somehow. So it was just jarring as fuck when I threw it on, and so but it made me pay attention really heavy. And it made me realize how fucking gorgeous this movie can look at times and how well shot it is, which is why I want to shout out Bohan. Because fucking hell, like, there are some crazy ass fucking shots, especially in the first half of this movie, and all culminating to the best part of the whole movie for me, which is the dinner scene and just the tension of, like, you bitches, you're just trying to piss each other off. And they succeed in such a heavy way when she drops that bottle of wine and they both just get up and like go grab their weapons and everything. It it screams everything I picture when I think of a Matt pick, but also on its own legs has like some crazy fucking shit. And that's what I really appreciate about it this time. I want to shout out someone we have not mentioned yet, who is going to be returning in season 4, but not on screen. Chris Weitz, because goddamn, he was great in this too.
oh, he's the neighbor. That's
I
what
mean,
I
he's in
thought.
it for 2 seconds, but yeah.
Yeah,
I love when Brad Pitt just holds him like as a shield when he goes back into the house.
That was so fucked up.
It's like,
the scene where they're both interrogating Adam Brody to find out why both of them have a hit put out on each other from each other's companies just killed me because they were just like making fun of him so much, and he's just being Adam Brody. He's like, "But I'm tied to a chair. How am I supposed to get my phone out of my back pocket when I'm tied to a chair?" and all that shit. No, it's just
Brad Pitt does the what is that, a spasm?
yeah. There's just some fucking crazy shit, and then it just gets so sad because like the way that this movie plays the fantasy element of mostly not broken but kind of like a marriage that has hit an avenue that it just is stagnant, I think is a very real thing. And then like a lot of these kind of like plot elements are very very real things. It just takes it to such an extreme that it almost breaks that kind of connection. um Vince Vaughn and his mother is one of the funniest things to ever goddamn exist. He looks so fucking cracked out and just like gaunt, which fucks me up. um
His line, where Brad Pitt's like, "You live with your mother." Yeah, the only woman I've ever trusted. Why wouldn't I? Why would I live with anybody else?
um, Shout out Kerry Washington too. She was putting in the fucking work from day one. So,
Amen.
but I don't know. I really enjoyed it this time. I just think I enjoyed it for its craft rather than the experience of watching the movie. And watching it alone versus in a group of 3 to 5 people was also just very different. So,
Um, well, I'll take the baton from you there, Sam, and say that yes, this movie does depict some very real life things. There are many scenes in this that I imagine were very common in the Pitt Jolie household at one point in time.
After the movie was over, though, during they were much in love, I'm
this
sure.
The
served as a
the
joint
opening scene of them doing the documentary, I imagine, was just a very large portion of their relationship. I remember when we all watched this during the movie night and I saw it for the first time. Sam literally they were still together at the time. This is before they got divorced, and Sam literally made the joke, "This is probably just what their marriage is like now," and we all just laughed because we knew it was true. I imagine there have been many times where they have thrown knives and shotguns at each other and destroyed their fucking house and then had makeup sex afterwards. But see, to me, Matt, to your point,
sex.
this is not at all about, him breaking up with Jennifer Aniston anymore. This is about just the hilarity of they did get married in real life and we know how that went, and it's that's what's funny about this now. Not what happened at the time, but what came later. But that aside, this was my second time watching this, and it was pretty much more or less exactly how I remember it the first time. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. Is it the greatest thing I've ever seen? No, but I had a fun enough time with it. I think, like I said, there are two kinds of Simon Kinberg written movies, the bad kinds and the kinds that are good because the director does all the heavy lifting. And goddamn is that the case here. Doug Liman did his job. Shout out to Doug Liman. Love that motherfucker. He is very hit or miss, but when he hits, he fucking hits. And he usually does his job in spite of how bad the script for the movie is. And he directed the action scenes in this very well. I think he directed the comedy very well. I think Brad and Angelina and the rest of the cast all did their jobs. The script is not great. It's not terrible, but it's not
It has
great.
charm.
There's
I think that's what carries it over.
say what?
It has charm, which is I think
And
what carries it.
that's because of Brad and Angelina. They have a lot of charisma and charm and chemistry together, and they make their characters more interesting than they are on the page. On the page, it's just like very, very kind of surface level, but them and Doug Liman with the direction really elevate it a lot. And I think that again, because like lines like when I first saw you, you look like Christmas morning. I'm like, what? It's just it's not, dialogue doesn't work for me in this, but and there are a couple of scenes like the part at the beginning, that are really funny. Like the main thing that works for me writing wise is the humor. Um, Even then, there were still some points where I thought, okay, you maybe could have gone for a better version of that joke there, and you just didn't. But I was laughing throughout it. And again, the act, like in particular, the last action scene is really well done. I like the idea. It's hilarious to me that like these two were like these adventurous, like super spies who have this these high stakes jobs and they're doing all this shit. And then at the end of the day, they just come home and just have this shitty marriage that they have to deal with. Like the idea of that is funny to me. I think it's well executed, that whole part of it. And there are a lot of moments where it's really fun. And I can't fully blame Simon Kinberg because for those who don't know, Doug Liman is a bit of a lunatic. His productions are famously chaotic. He rewrites the script like a ton, and he apparently rewrote this movie like literally 50 times. Simon Kinberg called him a madman. So, and that kind of is apparent when you watch it, especially because the movie just ends without any kind of resolution. It's like I remember literally after that last shootout, I'm like, so did they accomplish anything? I'm like, they didn't really solve the problem. Their agencies still want them dead. That problem really hasn't been solved whatsoever. Just because they killed those henchmen. But whatever, they're just like, movie's done. That's it. We're not going to resolve anything. And apparently, at one point in the script, there was a scene where they confront the heads of their agencies, and Keith David was actually supposed to be in the movie at one point in person and not just as a voice. And Angela Bassett was going to be the head of Brad Pitt's organization. She got cut out of the movie. And they were going to be basically the final bosses of the movie, and that just got scrapped because Doug Liman was rewriting the script over and over again.
To your
But
point, I still think this is one of the biggest flops on the studio part of not making a sequel the year after. Like, not years after, but like they should have just said, Mr. and Mrs. Smith 2, greenlit, we're gonna finish the story up.
I
Whole
agree.
movies them teamed up. Like, then have Angela Bassett and Keith David as the main villains, and it'd be fucking hilarious if they had them be married.
That would be fun.
I mean,
That would be that would
Keith
be really
David's
funny.
name in the movie is father, and then Angela Bassett could be mother, and then their father and mother.
Yeah,
Yep.
see, like, I was so mad because I'm like, that would have made such a good sequel. They had the goods, and especially while they were still like in their prime and stuff, and not fighting in real life,
It
that
is
would have
kind
been
of
a
wild to me that they never did a sequel to this. This movie screams sequel.
It's Brad Pitt's third highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah,
F1,
because
World War Z, and this.
I knew this was a hit when it came out, but when I finished it this time, I looked up the actual gross and I was like, holy shit, this made a lot of money. Like massive, massive hit.
That on
So
top of like DVD sales and all that kind of shit that was going on at the time, I bet it made even more that we just don't
the
even.
only thing I can think of is they just the negative press from the whole Brangelina thing, they didn't want anything to do with that. And because again, Doug Liman's a lunatic, so if they had done a sequel, he wouldn't have been involved, I'm sure. But just like with Bourne.
Yeah,
But yeah,
let's not bring that
but
up.
but again, he's crazy, but he gets result not all the time, but when he hits, he fucking hits. And I think his direction is what makes this movie as good as it is. And of course the performances. Vince Vaughn is fucking hilarious in this. Every scene he's in, he's really fucking funny. He was just like, yeah, you kick that bitch to the curb and then just pan over to Angelina. You mean this bitch over here? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. Just
It was
so
kind
many
of
great scenes with
weird
him.
because on top of Adam Brody being in so much shit, since I saw Mike and Nick and Alice, Vince Vaughn appeared in this. The main dude with all the tattoos that has the shotgun in that, he's in the beginning of Scream 7. And then in Tron Ares, the other henchman that's in that dude, Arturo or something, is in that. And so I was just like, why are all these people just fucking working as hard as they fucking can?
And I forgot to mention too, Michelle Moynihan just for like a hot
Yeah.
second.
I'm
showing
scared.
up. Yep, literally, I was like, oh shit, I forgot she was in this.
Um, But also to your point, Matt, I just say real quick that the whole scene of the dinner and then him chasing her out to the street was also very well done and very funny. And just the scene of him accidentally shooting her was hilarious, like through the winch. Apparently, Brad Pitt really tripped when he was filming the scene, and that was not on purpose. And then he ad-libbed the "Oh dear God" line. So that part is pretty fun. I just remember that was one of the scenes that stuck out to me from the first time I saw it was her running him over with the car. That whole part was really funny.
Yep. One of my favorite things too is like again just the small things Brad Pitt does, but like when he finds out that they took all his shit from the shed, and he just walks out and he just like shoves his fist in the air, like punches the air.
Yeah.
That always stuck with me. And then also the line when Angelina Jolie finds out that he was married before, she like slams on the brakes and starts hitting him, and then she's like, "What's your name and social security number?" He's like, "No, you're not gonna kill her."
That part was really funny.
So
I love the way that they did the van scene when, like, way later when she's in the back, like, getting all like the guns and killing people while he's driving and everything, and then they have to switch and all that kind of stuff. I love that scene. I don't know why it's so good, but like realistic feeling. As much as I know that that was probably the most probably fake moment of the movie, I felt like, God, they made it look like a real car chase and just all this crazy fucking shit's going on. That lineman magic.
I mean, her doing the freaking 360 or 180 in the van and shooting the cars and then pulling it back around. I was like, okay, that's badass. Like, I
The
know it's
action scenes in this were really well done. I give full credit to Doug Liman for that. They're really, really well done. And again, like one of the things that kept me engaged was the humor. There are a lot of scenes there like, oh, you're like, you didn't get my mom a birthday present. You're fake, mom. Like all those
Oh
kinds of
yeah, yeah,
scenes.
yeah. Who's the
Yeah,
nice
I
man
knew
that
I saw
gave
your
me
dad on
away at your
Fantasy
wedding?
Island.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, yeah, on Fantasy or whatever he says. Yeah, that was good. Um,
Um, and shit, fuck, I had something in my head, but
I
it
love
just went
the
away.
agents that work with Angelina Jolie going through all their shit, being like, "Oh, y'all are so cute together," but then also like, "We're here to kill his ass."
yeah.
Yeah.
And then again, yeah, that very funny dark scene where he's using Chris Weitz as the human shield was fucking hysterical.
Oh, and then
Um,
the fact that it's PG-13 and she still they got away with her saying pussy too.
Yeah,
When he's like, when
oh
they
yeah,
find
you're
him saying like
right.
chicken shit, and she's like pussy, and he's like,
You're right.
like just the visual reactions on that are great. And then the ending, I really fucked with the last scene too, where they're in like the Costco or the home. I can't remember which one they're in. The Costco,
yeah.
but it's basically Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, except for they don't freeze frame, and they just they have that. I thought him grabbing the shotgun like from her back while she like dipped down and like shooting from it. I was like, okay, that's kind of badass. I get they're doing like the dance thing from the beginning a little bit, but with guns. But still, and then like even I know it ends abruptly, but I thought the last line was kind of funny when he's like, "Ask us the sex question." And he just goes, "Damn."
Yeah.
I was just
All the
like,
documentary scenes were hilarious to me.
Just the
Um,
fact that like they can reinvent that When Harry Met Sally-esque kind of like idea in such a cool way also makes all those scenes even better.
yeah. Oh, and the that one I was gonna mention was the tango scene at the fancy restaurant when she just dips down to get his ankle gun and he just like looks at the camera and then smiles, and then he cuts to the old couple just
that
staring at the
scene
blank.
was nuts because I was like, are they like hinting at like she's giving him a blowjob or something? Just because of the way he looks at the camera, I'm just like, what
Yep.
the fuck? That's crazy, especially for a PG-13 movie. But yeah. It again, I did like the first time. I had a fun time with it. It was, it was a lot of fun. It was just, again, I remember thinking the exact same thing when I watched it back in the day. I was like, all right, the script isn't the best, but there were plenty of good moments in it. It was funny, and there were, some moments of like decent writing, but for the most part, it just and then goddamn that scene where they're interrogating Adam Brody where he just keeps trying to do it his way and she walks over and just slaps the shit out of him. It was fucking
Fucking hell,
hilarious.
yeah. He even
Yeah.
goes, "No shot." Like he's like, okay.
And then just like her just sitting over in the corner just talking shit the whole time while he's trying to interrogate her. I'm telling you, one of the main reasons it works is their chemistry. They definitely like are a very good pair in the movie.
100%. No. My goal is to find my Angelina Jolie, but not in real life, just in the context of the movie. Just
Yeah,
the
don't
character.
don't you ever in real life find an Angelina Jolie unless you want to get cut with knives while you're having sex. But
Or have 6 children that aren't actually yours.
right.
Yeah, too many adopted kids. Although there's that picture of their kid Shiloh Jolie Pitt going around. Does look very much like Angelina and Brad had a baby. People said it only looked like Angelina, and I'm like, I don't know. I see Brad in it too, but still.
Um, yeah.
And then
Well,
also, just really quick, fuck Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the Amazon Prime show.
That
I did not think that was
I
a
was waiting for you to
Matt, I
say
don't
it.
know what you're talking about. There's not a single sequel to this ever made.
Actually, technically, you're right because I just found out when I was
It's a
looking for the
reboot.
trivia. Yeah, well, there's a TV show with Scott Bakula and somebody else that was more along the lines of what the Mr. and Mrs. Smith show is. Not because this technically was vaguely based on that TV show, but the TV show is about two people who were hired by the same company to pose as a married couple, which to me, which is what the show is. And to me, that doesn't. It's not Mr. and Mrs. Smith in this sense because the whole thing is they don't know and they find out. That's the fun part of the movie.
Right.
Having them be hired by the same company to pose as a married couple kind of defeats the whole first act, in my opinion. And it's like, well,
I had a feeling one, if not both of you, was going to say fuck the Amazon show.
I will say
Probably
this:
seen it.
it's not a bad show if you can like forget that it's like technically they kept saying it was a reboot of the movie, which it's not. It's really a reboot of that TV show, but still the other one, the '93 one, but still, it's like it's not a bad show. Like if you can just forget about this one and be like, well, they're not trying to do that.
See, and I like
Right.
the idea that they said, "Oh, every story is going to be a different Mr. and Mrs. Smith, different personas." But like, fuck off, you goddamn schmucks! Like,
I will watch the new season if they try to make it more like the movie, but I don't know.
nobody is going to have the charisma that Jolie and Pitt have in this, though. And Donald Glover and whatever her fucking name was did not, which is why I did not watch it.
I mean,
Donald
they're-
Glover is the voice of Yoshi.
Yes, he is. Yoshi.
They were talking about. I saw the interview where they were talking about doing a Tenacious D Childish Gambino crossover, but I'm like, Tenacious D isn't a thing anymore, so that would
They are now. They got back together.
they did. I thought they said they weren't doing anything, but I could be wrong.
They said they were taking a break a couple years ago, but they just got back together finally.
Tenacious D was on the bingo card I won last night because I was playing bingo, headbanging music bingo.
Oh,
And Tenacious D was on there
Good
because it was the
shit.
420 heavy metal bingo, and Tenacious D is all
yeah.
that good green, that Kyle Grass.
a
There you go.
yeah. Just to cap it out, people who get really bogged down in the whole behind the scenes with Brad Pitt leaving Jennifer Aniston. Just we're past that now, guys. We're way past
Miss
that.
Aniston, I haven't made a plea to you in a while. Allow me to hear.
For legal reasons, we need to stress that for legal reasons.
Miss Aniston, I know I'm no Brad Pitt. That's obvious. However, if you're looking for someone else all these years later, I'm here.
You can love her better than he ever did.
Yep. Because I will say I was looking.
No, but I can do my best. I'm not gonna lie to myself, but I can try.
You're a good learner.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm a fast learner.
Honestly,
You can
that's
teach
very
me, Miss
mature of
Aniston.
you, which is something, Miss Aniston, you should consider when thinking about our friend.
Thank
Mhm.
you. Thank you.
Very
Yes.
much. But yeah, no, I saw a review for this when I was looking through Letterboxd, and one person said, "I can't believe Brad Pitt ruined his whole life for a flop." And it's funny because I'm like, "Well, you're wrong. It wasn't a flop, you dumb
Wasn't
bitch."
a flop in any sense of the word, but
Yep. And then the other review I saw that was like a 2.5 star was like saying the action scenes were mid, and I was like, "Bro."
your opinions are mid.
Literally, I was like, "All right." I'm about to fight. They have a podcast too, and I was like, I
Oh,
want
we're about a duel.
I was tempted to call them out, but I
You got a
was
new
like,
They're our
enemy.
rival podcast now.
literally. But like you can think it's all right, but if people are like this sucked, then I'm like, especially because of
Get the
that, then I'm like,
fuck
okay.
No. I mean, argue if you're gonna argue against the movie, do it on the merits of the movie, not the behind the scenes bullshit. That doesn't make any sense. And
That's
either
most
way,
of
this
people's
movie
bullshit.
doesn't suck. I mean, if you want to say it's like mid, then whatever. But I think it's a fun time. I mean, genuinely, I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know how you can not have at least a little bit of enjoyment while watching this, you know? I mean, there's a lot to enjoy. Even if there are some shortcomings, there's a lot to enjoy about it. So,
Hey, I didn't shortcome any of this movie. Any of this-
shit, with Angelina Jolie in that dominatrix outfit, god damn, I wasn't shortcoming anything. I was long coming.
Yep. And when she said, "Who's your daddy now?" I was like, "You are Miss Jolie. You are."
Yeah, a little bit low key. Low key. I was just like, okay, Angie's getting it in this one.
But all right, that is
I'll
unless
wear a
Sam-
vial of blood around my neck if I have to.
same to this day. to this day.
No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't go anywhere fucking remotely near Angelina Jolie, as one of our later picks will prove, because I think that's closer to her personality in real life, but we'll get into that.
That's the Jolie I want. The
Well,
freaky
we're gonna get into it. The grippy socks are true.
Oh yes, and I guess since we're already going that direction, let's the Jolie double
Good God.
feature.
Good
Mr. Holler's pick,
Oh,
Girl Interrupted.
Girl intermittent.
oh
Indeed.
my God. Fucking hell. A few weeks ago, at the very beginning of this goddamn fucking
Girl
season,
intercourse with Jared Leto, which I wouldn't wish on anybody. Sorry.
Well, that's why Winona Ryder took all that
I
aspirin.
don't know. That Vietnam
Man.
dick is pretty fire, if you know what I mean. Or it'll leave you on fire. But the issue is, a few many moons ago, at the beginning of this season, when we had our goat, our man, our, as Jackson and I know, close friend because he listens to us, Sir James Mangold, on the podcast, I was like, why the fuck have we not had one of his movies on? And then I immediately was like, all right, Girl Interrupted, it's gonna happen.
There's
Lo
a
and
very good
behold-
chance both James Mangold and Doug Lyman will return in season 4.
Hell yeah,
Just putting that out
that's
there.
great to hear.
What would Doug Lyman return for?
You'll have to wait and find out.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I know there's a bunch of movies. I'm just like not sure which one you're thinking of.
It's not the one you're thinking of, probably.
Serenity, not Serenity. Chaos
Edge of
Walking.
Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow would be a fine choice.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
He didn't direct that.
The Born Night, the Firstborn movie.
You're not gonna think of it. But...
Go.
That would have been a fun one though.
Swingers. Fuck. I'm just gonna
That'd be
start
fun.
Did
That
Doug
would be
Lyman do
fun.
Swingers? Doug Lyman did Swingers, right?
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
Ah, I
So
was
Vince
thinking that
Vaughn
as a John
returning.
Favreau.
Vince Vaughn coming back in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That explains why he's so good in it. Because when he's under Doug Lyman's direction, I mean, he's a good actor, anyways. But during this time, he had some.
But Doug knows how to get something out of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found this movie, and I was excited. And then I watched this movie, and I was vehemently depressed as fuck, and did not want to talk to anyone for a day after watching it. And so I was like, is it still going to be my pick? I don't know. But then the more my season has shaped up, the more it's become about dysfunctional families and the inside the mind of where that puts you. I couldn't go anywhere else. This was literally where I needed to go. And so I rewatched it, for fuck's sake. Bless you. And fucking Christ. Because if you want to see a movie about being gaslit into thinking you're crazy, or just the general experience of being a woman, this movie is for you. Because goddamn, you're lo and behold, all you're gonna fucking do is drink a little vodka and take some fucking pain meds for your goddamn headache, and you got a goddamn screaming ass bitch called Red Foreman sticking his boot up your ass, kicking you out the door and into this goddamn mental institution, which has a scene very early on that is almost as scary as Once Upon a Time in America when you see a car, because you know she's gonna get in that car and something bad's gonna happen to her. But unfortunately, what bad, it presents itself as good. Because who the fuck is in charge of this place, which I will get into in a minute, because I just need to stress, nothing can be scarier than going to a goddamn mental institution and having Whoopi Goldberg come out and be the fucking hen mother, and you think, oh, all is gonna be great, but you know that bitch secretly deep down is gonna fuck you up. And so, yes, the return of Miss Winona Ryder, the GOAT, as our girl who is going to be interrupted, but not just what she says, her life is interrupted, because bitches be crazy and bitches can't live their lives that they want to live when all they want to do is drink a little vodka, take a little Tylenol, fuck Jared Leto before he goes to war and when he gets back from war. But no, you gotta have some of the most insane people around you to make you realize that you are sane, but then also make you realize that you're really insane because everyone else there is arguably better people than you.
I'd
Anyway.
be suicidal if I fucked Jared Leto too. Winona is valid in this movie.
Jesus goddamn Christ. we have so many fucking people in this movie, from Winona Ryder, as we mentioned, Jared Leto, fucking goddamn Red Foreman, Angelina Jolie, Vanessa Redgrave, Clea Duvall, Elizabeth Moss, and my favorite element of this movie, and what will inevitably get me in trouble, because I have a question for y'all. The goated fucking actress, R.I. goddamn P, Brittany Murphy. We love you, girl, but
Return to
goddamn,
the podcast.
if you couldn't smell that chicken, do you think that pussy smells just as bad too?
God damn.
Because she couldn't tell. She wouldn't know. Sorry, I had to get that out.
That was it?
Yes.
That was the joke?
Yes.
Of all the things I could have thought of, that is not what I would have thought.
Hey, that shit be smelling. Nobody said anything about it. Frankly, that makes me think the whole goddamn entire fucking institute's pussy smelled. But little did we know it was secretly Jeffrey Tambor's giant fucking pussy stinking up the whole goddamn place as the doctor. Dr. Potts. Mrs. Potts, as they call him, or whatever they call him. And also, yeah, you're in for a very fucked up ride, and you are going to... This movie is cold. This movie is calculated. This movie is crystal clear while also being insanely foggy. This movie is soul-crushing, but this movie is also heartwarming in times, and then just very upsetting. Very upsetting.
I was not expecting that one.
I was hoping you'd be in the middle of taking a sip of a beer so you'd choke on it, but I just
It's
had to.
9:55 in the morning. I can't drink beer in the morning unless if I don't have work.
Wow, that's a fucking weak ass response. The
was
man
about
I
to
used
say,
to
the
know used to drink
disappointment on
anytime,
Sam's face.
anywhere, especially if he was
The-
going to work.
I've never seen such a look of disappointment on Sam's face before.
Bro, I don't even smoke weed
That's like
anymore.
that-
What are you talking about?
That I can understand, but that is like the equivalent
How
of when
can you-
Ricky stopped smoking weed. I was like, "Who are you?"
Bro, Ricky doesn't smoke weed anymore?
I mean, he does, but like, he smokes maybe once a week, and it's only when people are over at his house.
Lest we forget that just 2 weeks ago, Mr. Samuel Holler was drinking a full 40 and a Voodoo Ranger 9.5 at this very time in the day.
He's got a drink for both of us.
It frankly ruined the whole rest of my goddamn day. I was so fucked.
I'm not gonna lie, I spent the rest of that day just imagining what is Sam up to right now that he's had a Voodoo Ranger and a 40.
I just imagined you laying on your couch like half awake with like a movie playing.
What happened?
Just like
I was watching Mind Game like half awake, and then Stuart got home and was like, "Why the fuck are you like knocked out?" Like I knocked out, and I woke up still as drunk, and she was just like,
Let me tell you a story about what happened this morning.
and she's like, "What did we learn?" And I was like, "Don't drink a 40 after drinking a 9.5." She's like, "No, just don't fucking drink that early." And I was like, "Here I am." So,
yeah, I was about to say, if you do it in moderation.
yeah,
That was not moderation.
And I had
Body
eaten-
knows
and I don't think I ate dinner the night before
how
either.
dry
So
I
it was a brew for disaster. Still one of my favorite episodes of the season, though.
Same.
Yeah.
But yes, Girl Interrupted.
You liked it.
Matt, what did you think?
I've seen this movie before. I saw it. I have actually the DVD somewhere in there. I bought it from Second and Charles back in high school.
Second
And
and
I only got it
Charles.
for got it for Angelina Jolie mainly. But yeah, I mean, like you said, Sam, this is a cold fucking movie. Like you said, Jackson, who basically is Women's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I agree with both of those statements completely. I watched this movie completely separate from Mr. and Mrs. Smith and the Librarian. Like I watched Librarian during the day, Mr. and Mrs. Smith later that evening, and then I waited a whole day and watched this at night. And I had to because I could not bear to be this fucking depressed after the fun of the Librarian and the fun of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Which is funny because despite you and me picking an Angelina Jolie movie, Sam, I'd say me and Jackson's picks are more in line as far as that goes.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like a heartbreaking movie to watch. The character, everyone gives a performance like a powerhouse performance.
Even Leto, as
I
much as we've clowned him, he really did a
yeah, I
good
know
job.
where yeah. No, I liked him in this movie. I was fucking around in my review, but I
No,
forgot.
you're right.
No, no, you're correct, Matt, but he does do a good job in this movie.
Yeah, no, I forgot. Jeffrey Tambor was in the movie. I forgot Kurtwood Smith was in the movie. I didn't even know fucking Elizabeth Moss was the girl until this time around, the burnt girl. Uh, it's usually it's wet moss when I see her, but this time it was just dry moss.
I've been
um,
seeing a lot of her recently, so she's following me around a little bit.
yeah. Brittany Murphy, I knew she was in it because I do remember her. She was great as always, and it just makes me never want to ever get locked into a mental asylum ever. Like, not that I ever wanted to or anything, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, they are doing their best to keep her ass there, and you'd think they're just trying, but
Be thankful
that's
you're
how
not a
it be
woman in the
back in the
60s.
day. Yeah, best is when you're a woman in the '60s. That's how it fucking be, I guess. And damn, is Angelina Jolie a fucking psychopath in this movie? Like you're talking about
She
earlier,
would disagree
Jackson.
with you.
What are you talking about? Yeah, she says she's the only sane character in the movie.
Wait, like in real
Which
life?
let's
Yeah, she said
yeah,
that.
she said that she fully believes she's the only sane character in the
That's how she
movie,
played it.
which again
You
gives
have to
you
play.
an insight into her real life mental state, but it's whatever.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out if she's a good actress or if she's just that way. That's fair, but I mean,
Or both.
or both, yeah.
I don't think she was acting much in this movie, but it's okay.
I mean,
Hey, the best acting is subtle acting.
True.
yeah,
Not
no,
according to every compilation I've ever seen of the greatest acting, where it's just 10 minutes of people screaming at the top of their lungs.
that's what most people call good acting, apparently.
Uh-huh.
It's not the case, but either way. Yeah, I mean, James Mangold directs the fuck out of this. Like he is a great director. Definitely one of those things where I think people mainly just know him for like his most recent stuff, which is Wolverine, Ford v Ferrari. But
He did
Homeboy had
Batman.
some hits and like very mature ass movie for being one of his younger picks. I mean Copland too, but nobody talks about that, even though they should. Um, yeah, just fucking depressing as hell. Um, I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
Matt,
one of my favorite parts though is when Winona Ryder blows the smoke in that lady's face because she thinks she's like just like not there, and then she turns out just like asshole or something like that. And I'm just like, I don't know why I was like, I like that. There's a lot of good like a lot of small moments in this that are just really fucking good.
When they're at the ice cream shop and Angelina Jolie's ordering and he's like, and I'll have some nuts, and everybody just like dies laughing. That part killed me. And she's
You
doing the Audrey Horn thing with the cherry in her mouth.
yeah.
know? But yeah. Or when she runs into I can't remember whose wife it is. Isn't it Jeffrey Tambor's wife? At
No,
the
it's the guy she was fucking at the beginning of the movie,
right. She runs into his that wife and then she
Mary
just
Kay Place.
I can't remember what she fucking says to her, but she says some crazy shit and
I
he's like,
hope you get locked up for the rest of your life, you fucking bitch.
yeah. I thought it was something about her husband too. Like she was like
It
making a
was,
sex
yeah.
thing.
That's why she's saying that is because Angelina Jolie then says like, "Oh my God, she gave your husband a blowjob. Get over it."
Yep. But still, just good shit all around.
Which
Which is
made me
what she
think of
said when
a.
Jennifer Aniston found out.
Well, I was gonna say it made me think of the Black Swan scene where Winona Ryder's like, "You sucked his cock."
Yeah, that's pretty much how I imagine the confrontation with Jennifer Aniston went down. Oh my God, get over it. I gave your husband a blowjob. But yes. I I'll just say about this movie real quick. Um I fucking love this a lot. This was my favorite one this week. Fantastic fucking movie. Loved it from start to finish. Was totally locked in all the way through. Um James Mangold, you touched on it, Matt. He is one of my favorite directors in general. But people, yeah, don't really realize like just how even I kind of like forget sometimes how long he's been around. Because yeah, when you think of his movies, you think Logan, Ford versus Ferrari, Walk the Line, 310 to Yuma, his like later stuff. But bro's been around way before then making bangers. Like Copland is one of my just favorite movies in general. That is such a goddamn amazing movie. This too, like, seeing his like 90s kind of indie stuff, that's honestly one of my favorite eras of his. And this is honestly one of my favorite movies he's ever done. And everybody in this from top to bottom is amazing. Winona Ryder is fan fucking tastic. Angelina Jolie, despite all my jokes and all my ribbing, is fucking phenomenal in this movie. Totally see why she won the Oscar. She is, just absolutely incredible as a total fucking sociopath, just diabolical the whole way through. Like when that scene where she's taunting Brittany Murphy in the house is just absolutely just diabolical as fuck.
Gut wrenching.
Yeah. I mean, just insane. But no, again, as she said, she's the only sane character in the movie. She literally taunted a person into committing suicide, but that yeah, she's definitely sane.
She's just
But
honest, okay?
yes, she's just honest, and that scares everybody. But yeah, Brittany Murphy is great. The number of jump scares in this movie, it is a miracle that I am still alive. Like Brittany Murphy was a big enough one. Jared Leto was a huge one. Jeffrey Tambor, Vanessa Redgrave, all these people jump scared the shit out of me. But I damn near lost my life to the Whoopi Goldberg jump scare at the beginning of this movie. I had absolutely zero idea that she was in this. And when they pull up to the fucking place and she's sitting outside, I'm like, that's Whoopi goddamn Goldberg. Like, what
The,
the
the crazy
fuck?
thing is the U.S. government stole their Iraq War torture techniques from Whoopi Goldberg in this movie.
I guess so.
Don't
But
put them in
thanks,
that
Whoopi.
water. Yeah.
But yeah, and she was great too. Everybody was. Everybody in the asylum, all the girls had good chemistry, Elizabeth Moss and everybody else. All everything was great. And the story was great. I loved, and apparently it's a true story. I didn't know that till after it was over. Like Winona Ryder's character was a real person in real life who wrote a book about it. And which is why it, seems kind of like, they do a good job of depicting how these places are run, and it's because it was from someone who was really there. And yeah, again, I thought it was a very good story. I was very invested in Winona as a character. Even when she was making bad decisions, I was rooting for her to like get better and, figure her shit out because whether you're in a mental institution or not, we've all kind of been where she is in the movie, where, you're going through a bit of a rough patch. You don't really know what you want to do with your life. You're kind of in a limbo state almost in a way, trying to just sort shit out. It was very relatable in that sense. And yeah, I just think the screenplay was great. James Mangold just did an amazing job directing it. Just gave it such a light, delicate touch that, just made it so it was just so sincere and honest and just like sad but also heartfelt in a way. And shout out to Jack Green, the cinematographer, who fucking killed it. Did a phenomenal job.
Great as fuck.
Can I ask a
Yeah,
slight?
that's the main color in the movie for sure,
Can I
which makes sense.
ask
And
a?
also, yes, Kurtwood Smith, Red Foreman jump scare, that at the beginning. I thought he was going to put his foot in her ass, but he did not.
Or
So
he should have said bitches leave or yeah, bitches leave. You guys get that reference?
is that
RoboCop.
something he says in
Okay, that's
RoboCop? But yeah, again, just incredibly well-made movie from top to fucking bottom. Absolutely, just loved it. James Mangold is goated. It makes me sad that I haven't really enjoyed his last couple of movies. I kind of want him to get back to doing stuff like this, which hopefully he will. But either way, he's still goated, and this is definitely one of my favorite movies of his now.
I think the sad thing is, and it's a theme that has happened repeatedly. The reason I watched this was because Stuart was bringing up some movies, and I thought that this was a comedy because I had never seen it. And just
Why the fuck did you?
the title, I was like, "Oh, girl interrupted, whoopsie." And then she was like, "No, no, 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 no."
Like she like got interrupted between jokes, or
I just thought it was gonna be a tongue-in-cheek kind
Whoopsie.
of lighthearted kind of thing, and Stuart was like, "Jesus."
With the scene where Brittany Murphy hangs herself, Angelina Jolie just walks into the room. Girl interrupted. Whoopsie. Just looks right into the
laugh
camera.
track plays behind
And
him.
the laugh track, yeah. Girl Interrupted was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Kerwin Smith comes in immediately.
But yeah,
I'm gonna put
Stuart
my
laughed
foot
and
in your
clowned my
ass.
ass, and then made me watch it immediately. And
And Kurtwood Smith was also in, not to spoil this movie, Dead Poet Society, where a character also kills themselves. So
Yep.
I guess that's
and
just his
hopefully,
thing.
fingers crossed, Danny Masterson soon will kill himself
In his jail cell.
in his jail cell. Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Indeed. And
But
then
no,
he'll
it
go
was
get.
just like, why do I keep picking some insanely fucked up movies that I thought were comedies before going into it?
Yeah,
Just,
it's funny to me that you
I need
don't
to
live
read The
without them.
Room. Like, looking at the poster, that's not a funny movie.
No,
But here I am. So,
you go
oh,
where your instincts take you.
exactly.
And in this case, it took you to a good place.
Well, I mean, like, that's where it's so weird because every Mangold film that I discover have instantly almost become my favorite movie of his, and then I remember the other things he made, and I'm like, oh fuck, now I can't really like rank this kind of shit
Mhm.
because like he transports you into whatever world he's doing. Like even with like things like A Complete Unknown, where it's not necessarily the most interesting stuff that's going on, you're still like fully in that environment and like living within this world, and so I and maybe it's because it's based off the memoir, but I don't know. There was just so much material here that just is all there. It just you don't know until it just starts shaving away at like the layers of comfortability within each of the characters, the layers of comfortability within the situations, and just the all general like you want her to be happy and you want her to succeed from the get go. I feel like, or at least I did. And so when she's put in these situations and when she makes the wrong decisions and when she makes the right ones that seem wrong, it hits even harder. And I really like that about this movie. So
Yeah, it's like I said, even when she's making bad decisions and doing things that aren't great, you still are rooting for her to get better and to come out from under the influence of Angelina Jolie, you know? Because again, she's vulnerable and susceptible to someone like her, in the setting that she's in and with the state of mind that she's in. So it's a lot easier for her to fall under her influence. And so you're just kind of like, all right, please, just get away from her. And also I would just die if I didn't mention this. The editing in this movie is absolutely fucking god tier. The cuts in this are so masterful. The way it just like so many times, like dozens and dozens of like edits that they do, I was just like, fuck, that was so crazy. Like, oh my God. Shout
I
out to
mean,
the editing.
yeah,
100%.
Kevin Pence a fucking goat. So,
Hmm.
and I feel like everything, even horribly to say it, down to like Bruno, he fucking edited the shit out of that movie. The editing in that movie is hilarious.
I cannot imagine. I mean, maybe I will one day figure this out, but as an editor, going from like something so serious to this, and then cut to like 20-ish years later, maybe a little less than 20, you're sitting there just editing fucking Bruno, and you're just like, what have I become?
What, speaking of James Mangold, what have I become? My sweetest friend.
Oh, I forgot he did walk the line too. See,
Hmm.
like I feel like honestly, it's like you said, Sam. It's kind of hard to rank his movies because like it really is just based on preference of like interest, I guess. Like, do you like biopics more? Do you like, the serious shit like 310 to Yuma and Copland, or do you like movies like this where
Or his murder mysteries
deep
like
character
Identity.
depth?
Like
Yeah,
I love Identity.
I would pick that for season 4. That's almost a
Hell
guarantee. That's
yeah.
almost a guaranteed season 4 pick
oh
for
shit,
me.
that's the one with John
Cusack.
Cusack, right?
Cusack.
Yeah, I can't remember who told me to watch that fucking movie, but somebody told me to watch it, and they were like, the twist in that always got me.
Hell
And I
yeah.
was like, okay.
That's one I've been wanting to watch for a long time, and I'm like, fuck it, I may as
Oh, you
well
still
pick it
haven't
for
seen it,
season
Jackson?
4. Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
and I'm not gonna say
definitely.
anything
We gotta pick that then, because
Yeah.
fuck, I love that movie.
Definitely. I've been thinking about getting that one on here for a while, so I think I might finally do it in season 4.
because that
Um,
man is gold.
yeah. Ray Liotta's in that too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Shit.
I think Vincent D'Onofrio is also in it.
Oh shit.
No.
I think.
Wait,
Am I wrong?
it's a dude who looks like him. I think
Let me look it up.
it's that bald fuck.
Is it? I want to say Pruitt Taylor Vince is in that too. So that might be who you're thinking of.
Oh, Alfred Molina.
Close.
Oh.
That is not who I
Oh, and
thought
oh
you
yeah,
were
Pruitt
gonna say.
Taylor Vince could have also
Yeah,
been who I was thinking
that's
of.
who I thought you were talking about.
Underrated as fuck actor.
Good cast.
But yeah, I'm very glad you picked this, Sam. This was definitely my favorite of the week.
That's
You're
what
not
this
going to
was.
cheat your way into winning the polls for the season, but you
How
got
do
to
you know?
vote for me this week.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
Mr. and Mrs.
fam.
Smith supremacy.
I know I'm not gonna win
Brangelina
this season,
forever.
no matter what. But I'm
So
gonna fucking fight for it. I know I'm not gonna win, but I'm gonna fight for it.
you're not going to cheat your way to victory. Not on my watch.
Thankfully, I mean, there's no way I'm going to, because you and Matt each have like 10 movies that you've each won, and then 3 ties across the 3 of us, and then the rest are me. So it's like 4 wins. There's no way I'm going to catch up.
I'm gonna be posting in all the Mr. and Mrs. Smith Reddits, the Brad Pitt Reddits, subreddits, the Angelina Jolie subreddits, the Jennifer Aniston. Actually, maybe not the Jennifer Aniston.
Not that
Actually,
one.
no, Matt, you can't. I tried posting the Jennifer Aniston subreddit, and you have to get special permission to post in that fucking thing
From
the
Jennifer
moderators.
Aniston?
No, from the moderators, but
Oh.
they're probably looking out to protect her from freaks like that fuck that drove into her.
From people like me who are just thirsting over constantly. But
But no, I'm going all out with the promotion for this one. The moment it drops.
It's down to the wire. One of you two is gonna win this season, but who will it
God
be?
damn it,
I
it's
don't
going to be
think I'm
me.
winning. I don't think I'm winning the last episode because I don't think anybody has seen.
Well,
It's a
my
Mad
pick
Mad
for the
Mad
last one is kind of risky, but
What
we'll
if
see.
I might win the last one?
You might
You-
actually, Sam. I think
Shit,
you will.
Sam, I'm gonna vote for yours in the last one, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I already know yours is my favorite of the three, but
It's kind of it's kind of same here. Like,
yeah.
Watch.
so I'm
watch
kind of
your
You're
banking
coming
on
in
this one.
strong at the end of the season.
I
already know what I'm
I
picking
gotta
for the
start
season
strong
four.
and finish strong, but
The
this whole
rest of
season
it,
from all 3 of us has all been fucking strong.
the lack of votes is karma for Return to Silent Hill. I'll just say
Hey,
that.
that's one of the episodes we're tied in, so that's what's so fucking weird.
Well, I think it's because like it's popular. So I'm wondering if people sometimes vote just based on if they've seen the movie or
Well,
not.
that's her. Stuart voted and said she voted in most of the polls, and then she got to the Oscar special and she was like, I don't want to vote for any of these, and then got to the 421 and was like, I don't want to vote for any of these, and I'm like, but you gotta vote. And just so you know, she didn't vote for me for 90% of it, so it's not.
I was
like
about to say.
She
Just
picked
not
the
That's
gonna.
what's wrong with America.
She picked the movies that she liked the most, and so I was like, fair, thank you for actually doing that.
I'm just imagining you just like sitting at the dinner table, just not talking to each other, just like.
You didn't
So,
vote
how
for
the
me.
fuck was your day?
Like the
And
Mr.
then
and Mrs. Smith.
I'm the one who drops the wine bottle.
Yeah.
Looking her
Oh,
dead in the
man.
eyes, just holding it, and then just.
You're like, can you pass the salt? I'm like the salt.
Can you pass the butter? It's in the middle of the table.
And then that's when
Did
I
you
find
vote
out
for
she
it?
didn't. She had never made a single meal for me in my entire life. It was all fake.
Oh,
Yep.
that was an underrated joke in that movie.
Mm.
But yeah, good times, good times. Depressing times, but good
I was gonna
times.
say
This is a sad ass
it's
movie,
it's
but
where like the genre of coming to age kind of things are so fucking frustrating because like 90% of the time it's presented in a way that's all fun and is not as rewarding. This is presented in such a fucking rough way that it's so rewarding by the end when
it's weird though because in a way, as sad as the movie is, it does end on kind of a like uplifting note. Because on the one hand, because for one thing, she has kind of figured her shit out and she's gotten out and she's gonna make something of her life. And then just the nostalgic remembrance of like these women were really impactful to me in my life and they kind of shaped me into who I am. And to this day, I still remember them and, they were my friends and that kind of thing. And that's why it's kind of like, all right, she went through some rough shit in there and some bad stuff went down, but at the same time, it impacted her life greatly. And that's what she's gonna kind of, which again, for better or worse, like I said, it's relatable whenever any of us have ever been in that period in our lives, when we're going through shit and we're trying to figure our lives out, we may go through some rough shit, but it does kind of impact you going forward, a lot of what happens during that time.
That's where the
and
scene
kind of
where
shakes you.
they all like they take her journal and they're reading it while she's
That
like
scene was fucking
it's
crazy.
horrible and you feel so bad because like at least from me my perspective I feel like I've had thoughts and ideas that get to someone who I've not fully formulated them from and then they take it the wrong way and then it fucking like clashes in such a way that's just so misunderstood um and it I don't know it hurt me to my core to witness that scene happen.
No, that entire scene was absolutely just, I mean, crazy, and it hit me so hard in so many different ways. And then her finally telling Angelina off and kind of breaking her was like a satisfying moment for me. That was the one thing about the ending I thought was weird was this weird like she's got a shot at redemption thing that they're going at. I'm just like, no, you killed somebody. Fuck you. I don't care about your future. I want you to stay in here forever. But that was a little weird aspect to the ending. But yeah, other than that, it's just again that scene of like you're already dead, Lisa, like you need this place to survive. Like finally, like you want to talk about honesty because that's her character's whole thing is she thinks she's just being honest and it's like, well, how's this for honesty? Finally turning it back around on you and you can't handle it. So, which is how those people usually are. But yeah, again, just fucking phenomenal movie from start to finish. I was so locked into this. I love me a good 90s indie drama like this. So, and every time I see a movie from 1999, it just pisses me off more and more and more that American Beauty was the thing that won all the Oscars that year. Just as if it doesn't piss me off enough already, just in general, that such a goddamn awful movie won anything. The fact that every time I see another movie from 1999, it just makes me even madder. I'm just like, this was one of the greatest years for film in the history of the world. And that's what you chose. But whatever. At least this did win something.
I mean,
Matt just staring.
I'm not gonna say anything. I know there's no convincing Jackson otherwise. But for the audience,
Beauty in the world.
don't listen.
Oh, it's a plastic bag.
I was about to say, sometimes I feel like a plastic bag.
Matt, where's your Underwood
bad,
20?
A piece of trash.
Huh?
Where's your
That's
vote
all
for
that.
Underwood?
I'm sorry. Don't get me started on American Beauty.
Vote for
Relating
Frank
to a
Underwood
plastic bag is
2016.
not a good thing.
Tell that to Katy Perry.
The clip I do not give a rat's fucking ass about Coachella, but the clip of her when Justin Bieber was playing stuff off his YouTube cutting like turning to her and being like, at least he has YouTube Premium. You wouldn't want to have those ads out here. Like really fucking killed me.
Well, did you see the picture of her and Justin Trudeau like just eating fucking like ramen, looking like fucking teenagers? Not at all dressed like he's got his hat backwards, the jeans on.
Teenage dream.
Huh?
Teenage
Yep.
dream. But
Now I'm just thinking about when Whoopi Goldberg gets all the hens in the coop together, you're gonna get a bunch of lesbians.
amen.
And Whoopi Goldberg, several years later, decided to get a group of crazy bitches together yet again for The View.
That one I'm keeping in. That one's staying.
Hell yeah.
Amen to that. But yes, well, now that our girl has been interrupted and we have caught up with Mr. and Mrs. Smith, now, my friends, we must go on a quest. A quest for the spear. And we are all librarians. As Matt holds his book.
I'm mad as fuck. I should have. They had the pictures in it. I could have pointed to the scenes.
Oh shit!
I didn't even realize they had the pictures.
That would
I
have been
haven't
a good
actually read the
visual
book. I
aid.
just bought it. Huh?
Just do it. Just do it now. Just redo the whole picture of this and just cut it into the episode.
Literally, I
Just
should have
you
said
pointing to the
picture
pictures.
These aren't even in like order, but hey, they got the scene where Brad Pitt trips.
Hey, there you go.
Diane, remind my TiVo to set record for the new episode of The Pit Season 2.
Aha, yes, indeed. With now the big hit star of the Pit, Noah Wiley. We bring to you.
Wait. Sorry. Did we ever
Sam
see
is
Brad
not
Pitt
going
on
to
an
stop saying
ATV?
that, is he? What's that?
Brad Pitt on an ATV? That must have been a cut scene.
That's crazy.
like
from what I've read, there are a lot of cutscenes from the movie.
I was kind of mad I didn't. I do have this on DVD, but I didn't fish it out. But I wanted to get like a Blu-ray or 4K of it to see if they had more shit.
Ah.
Anyways, I will let you. I'll let you continue with your introduction.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we've said it yet this episode, but I'm going to say it now. Picture this. In my pick this week, Librarian Quest for the Spear. Imagine you are Noah Wiley, the star of, at the time, ER, but now The Pit. You
Fuck you,
are
Clooney.
a fucking, you're a fucking,
Sorry.
you're a fucking guy, you know? You're just a guy, and you're fucking, a student, even though you're in your mid 30s. And you just like learning, you like knowledge, you like walking around fake pyramids, all that good kind of shit. But your fucking mentor guy, boss, whatever he is, says, "Bruh, I say this with all due respect. You need to get a goddamn life." And so that night, Noah Wiley goes home and he says, "All right, shit, I guess I need to get a goddamn life." And his mom, Olympia Dukakis, Academy Award winner Olympia Dukakis, says, "Yes, you got to get a goddamn life, son. And I'm gonna try to set you up with this girl who works with criminals as a social worker. She doesn't really like you at all, and she deals with fucking psychos all day. What does that say? Go get yourself a goddamn life." So he goes to a library to apply for a job as a librarian, and he waits in line, and everybody in this goddamn line comes out crying. It's a tough job, as we can see. And he gets to the top of the stairs, and finally, who invites him in? Well, Mrs. Jane Curtin, of course. Fucking, she's the seemingly the head of the library or one of the head library people. And she asks him, "What makes you so special?" And he said, "Well, ma'am, let me just tell you, I can point out all kinds of shit about everybody. Plus, again, I can't point this out. I have been on two very successful medical dramas. How many do you have?" He says to her. And she says, "Well, fuck you. I was one of the original cast members of SNL, you bitch ass motherfucker. But, that's neither here nor there."
I got
And
Bob
then
Newhart in the closet.
Bob Newhart steps out of the fucking wall and says, "Well, fuck you both. I had two legendary fucking TV shows and a legendary stand-up career, so you can both suck my wrinkly old dick."
I'm on the fucking Big Bang Theory, bitch.
Yeah. And
I was
so
an elf, motherfucker.
that's not a bragging point. Being on the Big Bang Theory is not a
Hey,
bragging point.
could be
But
considered to some.
yeah. But
Bazinga.
yes, yes. Wait, what'd you say?
I said bazinga.
Bazinga, bitch. But yeah, so those are the exact lines from the movie, by the way. I'm quoting the dialogue verbatim. So then that's what gets Noah Wiley the job as the librarian. And so then what does he find out? Well, he's not just going to be any librarian. He's going to be the librarian for a very undefined secret society of world protectors who have all these kinds of ancient artifacts with special powers. And I can't stress this to you enough. Literally 2 minutes after he gets the job, Bob Newhart is already telling him all of the secrets, showing him everything. Basically, if he quits this job today and decides he doesn't want to do it, Bob Newhart's got to kill him.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
they
got to
fucking
kill
kill
him.
your ass.
That's the thing. Doesn't give him any time to ease him into it or consider it. Nope, it's like, "I'm telling you now, and you die if you don't like it." There you go, bitch.
I don't think they ever really gave him a choice.
That's
He was
what I'm
trying
saying.
to leave, and they were like, "You got to get your ass back
They
in."
kind of forced him into this. I think this
Either
is kind
do
of a
this or
cult, if
go
I'm
back
being
to
honest.
living with your mother.
It's a cult. Let's just call it what it is.
Hey,
But
when you're
that
at
night,
that point in your life, you need a cult.
that night, yeah, that's exactly what Tom Cruise said at one point in time. But
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
that night, who the fuck shows up and karate chops Bob Newhart in the throat and steals one of the most priceless artifacts in the library, the Spear of Destiny? Why, none other than Agent Goddamn Cooper himself, or rather, Mr. C, if we're being
Exactly.
honest.
Thank you. I was gonna make that joke. I'm glad you said it.
Mr. C, returning 3 for 3 favorite Kyle MacLachlan. He is an evil man and he has an evil scheme to rule the world with this spear. And so now Mr. Noah Wiley must go on a quest for the spear, and he's gonna fucking team up with this hot British chick, and they're gonna go to the jungle, and they're gonna climb the tree, and they're gonna climb the mountain, and they're gonna do all this shit. They're gonna climb Mount Everest, and they're gonna find the monks, and they're gonna destroy their temple, and it's gonna be fucking crazy. And that is our journey that we go on, and all along the way, there's gonna be some of the most horrendous goddamn CGI you've ever seen in your life. But we'll get to that later. That is the Librarian Quest for the Spear.
Yes.
I
So
can picture that quite clearly.
I turn it over to you both. What were your thoughts on this made-for-TV picture?
You can go, Matt.
So I saw this movie in the same like week that I saw Inglorious Bastards and Up for the first time back in Washington, D.C. We watched all three of these bad boys. I'd never seen them before, never heard of them. And just like the last time, I really enjoyed it this time. It's one of those ones that at first I kind of was like, especially even back then after seeing Glorious Bastards, I was like ready to clown on it, kind of, especially being a TV movie. And you're right, Jackson. The CGI is atrocious. I just assumed that they didn't have a lot of money back then, and were doing their best. I have to assume they were doing their best for a TV movie.
I've seen TV movies with better CGI than this. I mean, there's no
Circa that time?
So what?
Like circa this time? Like that time
Even
frame?
before this, I've seen it with better CGI than
Let's
this.
just say
And
it gives sci-fi original film.
my thing is, if you're gonna do a TV movie in general, try to make it so that you don't have to have that many CGI shots. There were a lot of scenes in this where I'm just like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to put that in
Well,
there.
yeah, and the
You
masking
should
was
have known you didn't have the budget for that. But something as simple as them crossing a bridge, I'm like, you can't just get a real goddamn bridge or even a set. Build a set with a bridge. It's like, come on now. The bridge doesn't have to be CGI. Come on.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I did notice that, but it's kind of one of those things. It's got its charm, so I looked past it. Uh, this time, I will say, I was watching it under some influences that were not weed. And it made that a little more obvious, but also just made the whole wackiness just a little more fun. And I just vibed with it. Noah Wiley, he's got some charm. Everyone hates him now for some reason. I think it's because of his beliefs. Uh, I've seen a lot of people post about they're like, why every time I post about him on the pit, people give me a lot of hate, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure
He's
got some.
doing pretty well for himself right now. That show is huge, and he's an Emmy winner. He's probably about to win another one, so.
Yeah. Um, Bob Newhart's hilarious. He's one of the few people who can pull off that kind of dry humor, like literally not blinking an eye, not even trying to be funny. Just what he says, the way he says it is good shit. Forgot Kyle MacLachlan was in this until like halfway, when he popped up. And I
Severe
was
jump scare. Severe jump scare.
especially with his like freaking fake ass tan and the like silver streak in his hair. I was like, what?
And Kelly Hu, who we didn't mention, is in this too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Honestly, I would have taken her offer. No offense to the blonde chick.
Peak 2000s baddie look that she rocks in this movie.
Yep. Olympia Dukakis, when he's like, these books, they talk to me, and then she goes, do they tell you to do bad things to people? Do they tell you to hurt small animals? I was kind of like, oh shit, that's good. There is some good jokes in this movie. Yeah, it's just kind of like second-rate Indiana Jones type shit, in my opinion. But still, I enjoyed it, and you know,
Still more fun than Indiana Jones 4 and 5, I'll say that.
I'll say
Oh,
5.
damn, speaking of James Mangold.
Jim Mangold.
Yeah.
I'll say 5,
Yikes.
not necessarily. I still like 4. But anywho, I don't know. Me isn't everyone. That's all I'm gonna say.
Amen. Fucking men. Also, how
yeah.
dare you speak my father's name?
Roy?
I am the son, and nobody talks about the son.
Oh,
So, fuck you.
I said Roy?
Not to be like our main librarian and be a hoity-toity fucking schmuck that knows more than everyone. But I feel really fucking goddamn connected to this because this is one of the few like series that I was in it from the get go. My mom was a massive ER fan, and so when the first one came out, I have very big memory of watching it with her while folding laundry, and we watched the other two
Took you an
sequentially.
hour and a half to fold laundry?
Well, no, I mean like you do
I'm
laundry.
just
You,
fucking around.
there's also it was a household of 6 people, so you got a lot of fucking laundry. Um, and two fucking goddamn like 5 year olds that don't want to help you. Um, but so like this already is a very important and meaningful series for me, but also like every time would witness this after had seen them, and then slowly discovering like Bob Newhart, um, fucking Kyle MacLachlan, and all these other people individually, it really like hit even harder. And then I don't think either of you have seen it, which is why I feel like the Librarian, because the TV show is so fucking good and so bad at this goddamn same time, and he is in it, and it continues his story, and where his story goes is so fucking sad, and I
Isn't the
love
blonde
this
lady in it
franchise.
too?
I
Or am I wrong?
I think
They recast her.
yeah. And there's a lot of stuff. I've only seen the first season of the show, but out of the four, I think. But like to just watch where this show like goes and or series and then now show goes and just to slowly find people who also love it has really meant a lot to me. I love this fucking franchise. My favorite's the third one for the Chalice one, but it just has such heart and such fucking like great humor and just some of the most batshit shit you'll ever see, and that's why it connects to me because I know there's at least 100 plus movies I will never know the name of or will ever get to log on Letterbox because I would just watch sci-fi originals on fucking repeat, and this gives that vibe in such a heavy way, and I don't know. It's just it's hard not to like this movie every time I see it. I even went into this one being like, I know every beat of this film. I don't really need to watch it. It could just be background noise, and I still was there fucking watching it, rooting for him, going the whole way through, just having a great goddamn time because that's what this fucking movie does. It takes you on the journey. You're fucking even though the stakes are high and the stakes are unbelievable, you're fucking rooted into the character's beliefs. You're rooted into the character fucking succeeding. You want things to be awesome, and they are, but they're also not awesome for the right reasons, and then they finally are. And it made me realize that the through line for all three of these films is people who live with their mothers still, because Vince Vaughn and Mr. and Mrs. Smith still live with his mother. Winona Ryder still lived with her mother at the start of that, and then in this, him also having a mother who wants him out of the fucking house. And but the fucking he's a student of life, god damn it. And I love this scene where he has that like blind date where his mother has that girl like set up with him because like it really puts into perspective for him like what the fuck am I doing, and on top of the teacher thing. So I don't know, it's I think the strongest point in this is the writing. Even though it's a TV movie, I think it what they had and what they did with it was fucking awesome, and I love it.
Yeah. But one of my favorite parts is near the end when she answers like his phone. She's like, "Flint's busy right now," and then you don't, it's like a close up on the mom, and she's like, "A woman just answered my son on the phone," and they pan out, and all the women are sitting around her, and I was like, "Okay, that's good shit. That's good shit."
Hilarious. Yep. Um, Also, I'll just say real quick, these movies clearly mean a lot to Noah Wiley. Like, you would think, like, for most people, this would be like, oh yeah, those are just some things I did for a paycheck, some TV movies, you know. I kind of talk about him in a half embarrassed way and shit, but he clearly is very proud of these because he just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And Jonathan Frakes, who directed the other two movies, was one of the people who spoke at the ceremony. So
Oh yeah.
clearly, he asked him to come because he considers these like a big part of his career. I've also heard him say he really liked doing them and doing the TV show.
The TV show is so fun. It's just his character is so sad and such a like tumultuous, just like he became almost what he didn't want to be, but he is better kind of feeling. And it's so just he fills Bob Newhart's shoes really well.
Okay. Yeah, because
Um,
I will say right after this, I legit had some time, so I just threw on the second one because it was on Tubi anyways. So I said, or Pluto, I mean, and I just went, you know what, fuck it, we're going in. I didn't watch the third one because I'd watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but yeah.
um, so this is the fulfillment of a year-long journey to getting this movie on. I have had more than any other movie. This is the one that has sat on my list of future picks the longest. And I have just held it off and held it off. And I said to myself at the end of last season, I was like, I am going to get this in season 3 if it's the last thing I do. So right before the end, I finally got it on here because what happened, guys, is this. A little less than a year ago, I was at work and I was there by myself on a weekend. On the weekends, the TV, we have a lot of TVs in the gym where I work, and right in front of me is TBS. And on the weekends in particular, they're always playing movies. So I get to see a lot of, I'm always like, what are they playing this weekend? Oh, interesting. And there was one weekend where they were playing this movie. And I had never heard of this movie. I had never heard of any of the Librarian movies before. I had absolutely no knowledge of them. I just look up and I see Kyle MacLachlan in the jungle with Noah Wiley, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And this was kind of at the height of like I was watching Twin Peaks and everything. So I was like, hey, that's my boy. What's he doing up there? And so I looked it up. And I found out, oh my God, there's this whole big franchise. Like there are 3 movies and 2 TV shows and all this stuff. And I kind of was like, this sounds interesting. And everything I saw from it, I was like, this looks like a fun, charming little TV movie. I'm gonna pick this for the podcast one day. And then it sat and sat and sat on my watch list forever on my f list of future movies. And finally, boys, I've chosen it at long last. And it was fun. Is it that good of a movie? Eh, but I enjoyed it quite a bit, for what it was. It is very silly. It is, I'm sorry to say it, extremely cheaply made, but the effects and a lot of the stuff, like, the fight choreography is really bad. Like, there are literally scenes where that scene where the ninja just like chops Bob Newhart in the throat was like something out of a comedy. I was like, one more take. You did not ask for a second take on that for the love of God. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here? But definitely gives like sci-fi original movie kind of vibes at points. But the thing is, in spite of some of the kind of generic writing and the very bad effects and, some of the cheesiness of it, there is a charm to it, and I did have a fun time with it. I was invested in the story, I was invested in the characters. I enjoyed it the whole way through, in spite of, it didn't hit quite as hard as I was hoping it would, but I had a fun time. I really did. I thought it was nice and charming. Um, the fact that Dean Devlin produced it makes sense. I'm glad that he didn't write or direct it, or else I probably wouldn't have liked it. But yeah, because it gives hardcore like Stargate type vibes. But yeah. Either way, everyone in this is, doing their best and making it work. Like Noah Wiley and the lady Sonia Walger, I think is how you say her name, have great chemistry. Jane Curtin is great. Kyle MacLachlan is definitely my favorite part, at least acting wise. Bob Newhart, man, he is just there. He's having fun. And every line he says, yeah, every line is said like he forgot what the line is. And that's just how he's doing it. But man, he's there and he's having fun. And yeah, I don't know. It was a fun time for sure.
No, I feel like the TV movie as an art form is just gone. And so when you find one that where everyone fucking put their goddamn whole ass pussy in that shit,
Mhm.
you're just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this no matter what. And
Because now it's just streaming movies, but they're basically just regular ass
Yeah,
movies.
that's the
TV movies
problem.
need to be just a little cheap, in my opinion. Like
That's
there
the
needs to
problem.
be,
All
yeah.
the movies you see made for streaming now are like made with the budget of a regular movie.
Mhm.
So, yeah. There is, and Matt, you said it in your review, there is an art to the TV movie. and it is a lost art. Because that's the thing about TV movies. I like
Damn, I
that
didn't.
they feel a little bit cheaper than regular movies. I like that they, there's a charm to them. Obviously, having grown up watching many Disney Channel original movies, I love TV movies. That's what got me used to them as a kid. And there are a lot of others that are a lot of fun, some really good ones. And this one, I think, in spite of the god-awful effects and the cheapness of it, it's quaint, it's charming, it's cute. There's a I do kind of miss like having movies like this, I think they
That
need
has the
to
balls to
come
go to
back.
so many fucking different locations that they like have to change the vibe and the wardrobe and the way the actors are fucking doing. Like when they're in this, like the cold is just like, wow, y'all fucking did this shit.
I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of laughing at Kyle MacLachlan's like big ass bubbly glasses that he had when he threw up on Mount Everest. I don't know why. I was like, "What are you wearing?" But in like a fun way.
Some
Yeah.
costume designer was having the time of their life with it.
Yep.
I also just want to say my letterboxd review for this is one of the ones I'm most proud of. I'm just gonna put
What'd
that
you
out
say?
there. Sam, I had a moment similar to you with Martin Sheen and the ice water. Just fucking the audacity, the absolute goddamn gall of that bitch to ask for the aisle seat when he got it first. I just get the absolute fuck out of my face. Just get out of here. No, just throw the bitch off the plane. I swear to God.
Back when you could fucking choose your seats.
Yeah,
I did
exactly.
not actually see that your thing. That is hilarious.
Good lord.
I was not expecting the paragraph.
Yeah, it's so long. So
But
Jackson, did you have audio on your TVs and your things? So, or was this the first time like you saw it in its completion?
what do you? Oh yeah, no, no, we don't have audios
Okay.
in the gym, so
Sometimes
I'm
that
just
makes some things more charming, I think, than they actually are when you're just like,
a little bit in this case. It looked a lot more charming from a distance when I couldn't hear it, but again, I did have fun with it. I mean, there were definitely a lot of moments of goofiness, and the effects kind of took me out of it because I was expecting it to be a lot more fun, like this fun globe-trotting jungle adventure, and then just seeing the ungodly fake fucking sets and, effects and shit really kind of took me out of it at parts. I was like, oh man, wow. This is
do you plan on watching the sequels?
yeah, yeah, I'm gonna watch the other ones.
I think you'll like them
Yeah,
more.
I will say I had a good time watching the second one. The only reason I did not do the third is because I just did not have time. But I
I'm
will.
upset that the girl does not come back for the other two movies. I am not happy about that.
Well, he's got a rotation of bitches.
Yeah,
Apparently.
you'll come to see he got a rotation.
Yeah.
It's kind. I hate to say that I haven't seen the third one, so I don't know for sure. But I know for a fact the second one's a little formulaic. And you're like, oh shit, there's a formula. They do the same type of shit in each movie. It
Weirdly,
just
as
gets a
y'all
little
fucking,
more.
oh my god. Now that I really realize it, yeah, the third one definitely is just Indiana Jones 3. But is what it is.
Yeah. And I mean, again, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna watch the TV show, but I will watch the two other movies for sure.
It's a
I
thing that
mean,
I just
who
throw on
knows?
when I need something
Maybe.
in the background, like a what's the mystery of the week? Who's
Yeah.
fucking trying to ruin the world in the library this week?
I just read that apparently the lady from this movie, they recast her in the show and she becomes, yeah, she has an interesting arc that she goes through. But yeah, I just again, I'm glad I finally got it on here. I'm glad because we haven't had too many TV movies on, but when we do, they're good ones for sure. So and yeah, this is also the second time Noah Wiley's been on the podcast after A Few Good Men.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So
Shit.
he's been popping up all over the place this season. And yeah, just I don't know. This they also they did get some pretty funny moments out of this, like when he's just showing him around the museum and shit. And Olympia Dukakis' scenes were pretty funny too. So like that scene at the end where the girl just pulls up on the bike and she's just like, "Oh my God, sorry, I need to borrow your son for a minute and everything." And she just like kind of staring at them as they ride away and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Like
Um,
you said, Jackson, I think Tom Cruise had a similar thing in his life where he said, "I need a cult just to make my life better," and he kind of low key becomes Tom Cruise at the end of the movie,
pretty much.
just having a
It's
badass lady pick him up on a bike, and they're gonna go on an adventure.
yeah. In
And then
hindsight,
they're
it's
gonna have a kid that he never sees.
I mean, they could have had a kid. We wouldn't know.
True,
in
true.
hindsight it kind of is very fucking obvious. But like, I really remember enjoying the element of what happened to the previous librarian and her connection to that person, and just him fucking poking the bear, being like, "What happened? What happened?" And then like,
Am I the only one that, even though I'd seen the movie before and I knew she came around, I just totally was like still convinced that she was gonna somehow be like a traitor and then just like come around in the end and be like, my bad, I
Oh, I
fucked up.
totally thought she was gonna be a traitor. I was shocked when she wasn't. I really thought that was the route they were going.
I was like, I thought, because I couldn't remember how it exactly it went, so I was like, I'm pretty sure she's a traitor, and then she realizes like Kyle MacLachlan's a terrible person, and then just sides with him. But
Yeah.
I was like, nope, she just was good the whole time.
The fact that he says trust no one and that's her last name, it's one of those things where I'm like, what the fuck? It's like kind of clever, but also I'm just kind of like shaking my head at it, just
it's
like,
so stupid, but it's clever, and
Well,
that's what makes it.
there's
what's
one
the
scene in
movie?
this
It's like stupid, but it's charming.
There's one scene in the second movie where Bob Newhart does the thing where he pops up again like in a mirror. Except for this time he's just really fucking close to the mirror, so he's like I don't know why that shit got me because I was like, okay, they're going with the bit and making it better.
Yeah. Yeah, him just literally jump scaring Noah Wiley the whole movie, just popping up on fucking TV screens.
Yep.
Like he can just show up anywhere. But yeah. No, bro rose to the occasion. Like no doubt. He had to learn an entire language in like 7 hours.
Yeah.
And he just did that shit.
Cuckoo.
So, the language of the birds.
I was like, they missed a point to be like language of the birds.
There you go.
Matt and me's text thread of making fun of God's name just was really amusing to me, because we were just not like making fun of, but we were just like replacing it with me, and we were like, "Me only knows," and then Matt was like, "That's the greatest
Beach Boys song.
Beach Boys song," and all that kind of shit.
Oh man.
So
Yeah, I'm glad I finally got it on. I'm glad that I've exposed myself to the world of the librarians, and I
when you know,
oh
and there's
yeah.
no unlearning.
Mm-hmm.
And now I will watch the other two at some point whenever I have the time.
I think you'll really
'Cause
enjoy them.
I imagine they will be fun, much like this one was.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well,
And with a different director, hopefully the effects are a little better.
I'd actually say they're not half bad. There's a couple times where I was like, boy, they are just on a set still, but the CGI isn't terrible.
That's what I mean. Like I don't care about like as long as the CGI isn't as bad. Like I can
I don't know
live.
about the third one, but the second one, again, I'm just going based on that one.
Yeah. I mean, just when they're walking through that to that Buddhist temple and just the fake ass background with the fake ass birds flying around, I was like, there is no excuse for this. I'm sorry. There is no, I don't care if it's a TV movie. There's no
They
excuse
had to
for
pay
this
Kyle
looking so
MacLachlan
bad.
somehow, okay?
Say what?
They had to pay Kyle MacLachlan somehow, and so they had to take the CGI budget and give it to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I will say, like, during that bridge scene, like, right when they step off the bridge, the girl, is so, like, the masking is so horrible because, like, the edge of her entire, like, outline is just fucking cut off. I was like, bro, where's the tip of her nose? Like, Noah Wiley looked fine. Why
Yeah.
does she look bad? I was so confused. I was like, did they just give up on her? They're like, well, we took so long for him to make sure he was good.
She wasn't an ER. We don't care.
Yeah. She's not the star of this show.
Yeah, she's not who they're coming
Exactly.
to see.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Fuck her.
Clooney.
She took it. She took his aisle seat. She can go to hell.
Yep.
That's my Martin
She
Sheen.
was really insulting to him in the first 5 minutes. I will say
The whole
that.
first half of the movie, especially in the beginning, like this. I'm sorry, this is my fucking Martin Sheen ice water moment. This bitch fucking actually has the audacity to ask for his aisle seat as if she is entitled to it somehow. This is the man. She knows who he is. So she knows that he has to learn this fucking language already in 7 goddamn hours. He's got enough work on his plate. And then she's gonna take his aisle seat like it's her goddamn plane. And then, the minute that he gives it to her, she has the goddamn audacity to insult him the entire flight. The next words out of her mouth is, I am solar systems out of your league. Get fucked.
See,
Get thrown off the plane. I don't care. Kyle
that's where it's
MacLachlan can kill
wrong.
this bitch.
I think the aisle seat thing is one thing, but there was no one in between him, so he could still man spread and just like get all the space. But when she started shit,
Not as much as he could if he had the aisle
Well,
seat.
I see. I thought she did that because like she wanted to protect him, like in case anybody tries to
Or
fight
so
him.
she fucking says.
Well,
Where is she when they
No, it
attack?
doesn't make any
She's all the
sense. I
way
was
at the
gonna say,
front of
just-
the goddamn plane.
literally, I was like,
Where
and then she gets up and goes to the cockpit. Like, what? If you're trying to
Yeah.
protect him, you just fucking stay there, bro.
No, she just wanted the goddamn aisle seat. That was just an excuse.
If only somebody wanted the aisle seat in United 90 or United. Sorry, I can't even say it.
Where the
She was
fuck
on
did
that
that
plane.
come from?
She was on that plane.
9/11, bro. Never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget.
United 95.
We do a good
whatever
job
the
of that on
fuck
the
it-
show, I will say.
No, we do a very good job of reminding people to never forget.
Yes.
We
Never
remind them.
Spaghetti,
so that
my
they don't
mama's
forget.
spaghetti.
Indeed. But yeah, librarian.
I'm trying to think of a joke, but I'm Mamma mia.
Yeah, here we go again. But yeah, that Librarian, it was a fun time. It was, it has its drawbacks, but overall, it was a quaint, cute, charming little movie.
It was
And the
the
art
best
of the
of
TV
times,
movie
it
needs
was
to
the
be
worst of
rediscovered.
times.
Yes. Give them less money. Make them be creative.
Force them to
See-
be creative.
What I really want is one movie after The Pit is done where it's a crossover of Falling Skies and The Librarian. Even though I've never seen Falling Skies except for the finale, so I know what happens to Noah Wiley in that. But I want a crossover between the two.
Where Noah Wiley plays both characters at the same
Yes,
time.
yeah, he's two
They're
different,
not-
two
yeah,
different
two different
characters
people.
completely.
There's a new Librarians show on right now as well. The
Hmm.
Librarians, the next chapter.
Stuart's really wanting to watch it, but I'm like, I gotta finish the other show, and I can. It's a show where I can only watch like 3 or 4 episodes in a sitting, and I need like a week in between to just kind of like
Right.
not.
I'd say
read
my
it.
favorite spinoff is Silent Library.
God, I love that show.
I don't even know what that is.
Jackson,
it's a-
what?
You never like it was okay. It was an
Oh.
MTV show, but it's basically like they were in a library and they had to do like crazy tasks, but they couldn't make noise. If they made noise over a certain decibel, they got kicked out. But it'd be
Yeah.
like painful.
If you get the
noise
bad
and,
card, you'll
like,
have to
crazy.
end up licking a chocolate fondue fountain off an old man's toes while the rest of your friends try to stay quiet.
And they can't laugh.
And
Or
you
like,
can't laugh, or you lose money.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
so fun. I love that show so much.
We were talking about it recently at work, which is why it was on the tip of the brain, tip of the dome.
Okay. And, well, that does sound like an interesting idea.
But
But yes, I think, do we have anything else to say about The Librarian?
if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on
Go
Tubi
watch it.
and
And-
Pluto TV, and maybe just TV.
TNT.
Ah, yes.
Man, I wanted to bring this up, Jackson, but I didn't want you to get offended. But the way that this screams like TNT is the way that I feel about Mob City. And it's like the way that, like, even though Mob City is undeniably like a better, well-made like show, and it is a miniseries, it's not just a movie, but like I feel like they just have that look, that feel, and that just fucking like, oh my god, there's so much happening that there is a way that this could have been way, way, way worse, but it managed to fucking be the exact goddamn perfect thing that it is.
Yeah.
Good enough. I'm still pissed off that Mob City got canceled 13 years later. Bring it back. God damn it.
Especially now that fucking Bernthal's not in season 2 of Daredevil. Fucking give me that goddamn fucking Mob
He's a
City
busy
season
man. He's a busy man, and he's not taking naps, that's for sure.
2. Amen.
Did
I
you
want to
see
do
that
the
interview
scene where
where
he's in
him
the chair,
and-
like freaking out.
Did you see like him and Eben Moss?
Yeah.
Like and
Yeah.
he said, I apologize for that. I do feel like there's something better you could be doing.
I agree with him. I don't take naps either. But
Napping?
yeah.
Depends on how early I wake up, but if I have time in the midday.
Have you seen that, Sam?
No, what are y'all talking about?
Wait,
There's
no,
a John Bernthal in several different interviews. People are making fun of him because he was criticizing naps. He was like, "Fuck naps! I don't take naps. Naps are fucking stupid." There were a bunch of interviews where he was
said I
saying,
don't trust people who take
"I don't
naps.
trust people who take
Bro's
naps."
just afraid because when he takes a nap, it ends up being a full ass goddamn REM cycle.
He just gets flashbacks to his old life.
I'm thinking about him in Wolf of Wall Street, taping that money on her body.
Ah.
That's the only thing I ever think about John Bernthal in his real life doing shit. I just think
Bah, we got chicken or what?
Apparently, they made fun of him on set for like the way he was dressed. Like everyone would clown him the moment he walked out of his room. They'd be like, "You look like a '80s cop."
point.
But yes, now that we're done,
Goddamn point. Sorry.
thank you. What the fuck?
Sorry, I had
Now
a
that-
callback.
Now that we're done, thank you all for tuning in to the penultimate episode of season 3 of 343. We hope you enjoyed this week. We hope you vote in the polls. Everyone who doesn't vote for Sam, I will pay you $100.
Bro, a vote for Bob Roberts is a vote for America, and if you don't fucking vote for me, I will
All right.
fucking get them.
I'm Jackson
Vote
Workman.
for
Today
Mr.
I'd like to
Mrs.
talk
Smith.
to you about a very serious topic, and that is election fraud. You see, there are some people in these great United States, such as my friend Sam Holler, who are trying to perpetrate election fraud, and we cannot let this happen. It is un-American, it is unpatriotic, and we cannot stand for it.
Even though I vehemently do not stand with him, hey, I win in today's economic political status, so I'll take it. You're basically saving me when he runs for a third term, and he's like, "Who wants me to win?" Well, this man promotes voter fraud, so I'm safe. Y'all two are fucked.
Yes, but there may be some money in it for you if you vote for me instead of for Sam. But no, that's for legal reasons. I'm kidding.
I still
But,
stand by my 98.5% run.
yes. But yes, thank you again for watching. Do vote in the polls. Do like, do comment, do fucking subscribe,
We
please.
didn't specify. Are we 3 for 3 this week? I think we are.
Oh yeah,
We are, yes.
I'm
Yes.
very 3 for 3, and I will relish in
Nice.
the fact that fuck y'all bitches. I chose the best movie out of all three of us.
You did. You did. I'm
I
telling people
disagree
not to
with
vote
that.
for Sam, and I'm going to vote for Sam's movie.
I disagree.
I get it.
Vote
Matt.
for Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
A vote for Mr. and Mrs. Smith is a vote for America.
Yes. And a
But,
vote for broken marriages all across America.
Hashtag freakinacage.com.
Hey, it's okay to beat your wife as long as she beats you back.
Oh my god. Okay, Jackson, you'll really appreciate this. I don't know if you will, Matt, but it killed me. But
Well,
Woman in
real
Cabin-
quick, thank you everybody, and we'll see you next week for the finale. Peace out, everybody.
Prepare for a long run.
Let's try to stay 3 for 3 all the way to the end of the season without breaking the cycle.
Yes, we can do it. Season 4. No promises on my end. I've got a few picks.
Well,
I already
season
know
4,
aren't going to be good.
season 4 is when I'm going to go for my 99% run. So then I'm going to have to throw some fucking curveballs in there on purpose. So we'll see how I do.
I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to go for a 0% or a 1% run. I'm going to pick one good movie the whole season.
So you're going to kill me then. That's your goal.